Greetings, everyone. This is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist, the founder of the Digital Domination Tribe, coming at you with another video. As it was last week, we're going to do it again this week. This is our Tuesday case study where we're not just going to talk about the idea of digital domination and winning on the digital landscape and speaking about theories, but we're actually going to show examples on these Tuesdays of people who, just like you, may have started. Matter of fact, they did start from zero and started from very humble beginnings, but now they are very large and considered successful people on the digital landscape. And so I present these case studies so that we can learn from them in their elevation, but we can also learn the humble stages of them and how they gradually rose up. And I think that that's a good story to tell, because sometimes we see people at the top and we don't see the story of how they got to the top. And so sometimes we can't relate because we're like, man, they got millions of people. The whole world know them. Ain't nobody gonna know me. I'm in a basement. I'm in a one-bedroom apartment. I'm in a car trying to record. Who am I? But by checking out these case studies, you're going to see that many, if not all of them, had very, very humble beginnings. And after much toil, did they reach their breakthrough. It is said that for every overnight success, quote unquote, there were many restless nights leading up to the overnight success. But we don't see all the restless nights. We don't see the money invested. We don't see the recording videos, deleting it, starting over again, well, that wasn't good enough. Let me try to say it another kind of way. We don't see the videos posting in 0 likes and 0 responses, and you keep toiling through because you have a vision that one day you are going to be successful. You're going to be a winner. You're going to be great. So every overnight success has many nights of worry and imposter syndrome. And that's a very real story that you may be going through. But without further ado, let's go into this Tuesday's case study. And it's going to be the famous, amazing MrBeast. For those who may not know, MrBeast is a phenom on the digital landscape. He's a phenomenal YouTuber, well known. Videos are well received. He has entered into branding deals. He has chocolate bars. He has toys. You know, he is just really elevated from just being a video producer, putting content out there, to really becoming a large brand and personality who can do so many more things going forward. You know, he's very charitable. He gives back. You know, just a lot of great things that started from him just basically producing content. So, from posting low-view gaming videos in his bedroom building to one of the biggest YouTube empires on the planet, MrBeast's story is all about persistence, experimentation, and reinvesting in growth. Who is him? Jimmy Donaldson. That's his real name, aka MrBeast. He started YouTube in 2012 at just 13 years old. Wasn't even a grown man. Wasn't a late teenager. He was 13 years old. His early videos were mostly gaming and random commentary, often with just a handful of views. Remember what I said? Overnight success. You didn't see all the restless nights, all the 0 nights, all the videos that didn't go nowhere. So instead of quitting, he studied YouTube obsessively, analyzing thumbnails, titles, algorithms. Over time, he started doing endurance style content, counting to 100,000. That's a lot of counting, man. Could you imagine somebody counting to 100,000 in a YouTube video? I'm talking about 1 and a 2 and a 3, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 9,999. Could you imagine counting to 100,000 in a video? That's a lot of endurance. I couldn't imagine. Reading the dictionary, which began attracting attention. You see, he did something different, something that, maybe I couldn't do or wouldn't do, but he did something different until he found a niche for him, and then he ran with that niche. So what was his turning point for MrBeast? We just heard that he started out recording these videos, just a handful of views, maybe 5 views, 10 views, but he didn't become discouraged. He started getting obsessive, deciding to learn, deciding to experiment, deciding to check out algorithms, check out titles, check out thumbnails. And what was the turning point of all this? His first big break came when he leaned into challenge-based content. He then reinvested every dollar he earned into bigger stunts, giving away money, recreating big challenges, and producing content that felt larger than life. So he tried one thing, got little traction. He tried something else. He started getting attention and traction, and then he still had to shift again to go to the larger level of doing those challenge-based contents, doing stunts, giving away money, and recreating, big challenges, stuff that was larger than life. That began to put a spotlight on him. People started wondering, who is this guy doing these challenge-based contents, this larger than life stuff? See, he made a lane for himself and stood out among others who may be doing the same thing. Today, MrBeast runs multiple businesses, employs a large team, and has built one of the most recognizable brands on YouTube. So I hope in me giving that bio and just some of his background, that maybe you can see yourself in some of that story. I know I can see myself in some of that story, because if you're trying to come up online, you're going to have so many days and so many nights where you're going to put a video out where you put your heart into it, you put your best into it. Nothing. Crickets. Maybe 5. No comments. You may put a social media post up. Nothing. Crickets. Little to nothing. And this may happen for days, weeks, months, a year, years. But will you be like MrBeast? Will you keep plugging at it? And it's not about keep plugging at something that's not winning, because you can plug at something that is not winning, and that can go on for 5 to 10 years. See, keep moving in a losing strategy is not going to put you to a winning position. So we have to be like him. Okay, if this is not working, why is this not working? Is there any way to shift? Is there any way to do it better? Is there any way to do it bigger? Is there any way to have a better thumbnail? Is there any way to tweak the title so it resonates in the system and people are more apt to click on this title versus another title? So it's not about keep doing it over and over and over and eventually it'll click sometime, but you have to shift also and find out where can you do better and why are you not winning in whatever you're doing. So what are some of the things that we can learn from MrBeast, this case study, this study of him? He had relentless iteration. He didn't wait for perfection. He tested until he found what worked. See, well done is better than perfect. I'm going to say that one more time. Done is better than perfect. Sometimes people resist hitting that record button because they may feel in their mind that everything's not perfect. I don't have the best lighting. I don't feel that I'm handsome or beautiful enough. I may not have the best recording equipment. Hell, I may not have the best background, my environment. Oh, I don't have a mic. I need new clothes. I mean, I've heard all kind of stuff. Um, I don't know enough about a subject. There's already hundreds of people saying what I want to say. Who's going to listen to me? See, there's so many things that run up in our heads that will make us think that we have to be perfect to start. But you don't have to be perfect to start. You just have to hit record. And over time, just as MrBeast, you will figure things out. You will, as you listen to your own content, like, I shouldn't have said that. Next time I'm going to say it this way. Next time I'm going to make sure the lighting is better. Next time I'm going to do this. Next time I'm going to do that. Maybe next time I'll switch it up and I'll record in this location with this background. And you just have to figure it out. It's not about being perfect. It's just about going through the path and stumbling to your victory. So he tested different things out. See, the good thing about starting small and you don't have a lot of eyeballs on you is that you can experiment and ain't too many people to judge the mistakes or if something just wasn't cool. See, if you put a video out and ain't nobody watching it, but it's just you can experiment. You can try something else on a Tuesday. You can try something else on a Thursday. You can try something else next week. And it's not a big penalty as opposed to if you have a million eyeballs watching every video and you trying this and you trying that and them comments eating you up, in the comments. But while you're small, just experiment. Try this. But that didn't work. Try that. Try this again. Try this better. Until you find what clicks for you. And what clicks for you, what clicks for an audience. And then run with it. He always was thinking about the audience first. Asking, would I click this? So I want you to step out of yourself, if you will, and do an assessment. Watch one of your videos and ask, would this interest me? Would I find this exciting? Would I find this educational? Look at the titles that you put out. And this is not being harsh judging on yourself, but I'm just saying step back and just look and ask, would this title entice me to click? Would this thumbnail be interesting enough to make me lean in and want to know more? These are questions you have to ask yourself. And then if you say no, then ask yourself, what would a compelling title be to make me want to lean in a little closer? What would a compelling or an exciting thumbnail look like that make me want to know a little bit more? What would a video sound like and be like to make me want to listen and learn more and go to the next video and go to the next video from this content creator? These are things you have to ask yourself. And then not harshly judge yourself, but critique and then self-correct. He had a reinvestment mindset. See, as he started making money, he didn't go to the mall as a teenager. He didn't go buy, the latest video game and buy the latest shoes and blow money on this and blow money on that. He put the money back into his content creation journey. What does that look like? Okay, you may start rolling and you may start making a few extra, $100, $500, $1,000 a month, right? On your journey. That's not money for you to go blow. It's okay to treat yourself. Now, if you make $1,000, you have a great month and you make $1,000, I would say go take $50 and treat yourself out to a nice dinner. Reward yourself. You did that, man. But don't blow all that money. See, because you got to upgrade your equipment as you go. See, you need a nice ring light or you need a nice professional lighting. You need a nice recorder. You need a nice mic. You need a nice background. You need nice clothes to be on these videos. You need to invest in software. You need to invest in video production. Or you need to have money to pay somebody to edit your videos. And you need to invest in different things that's going to help move your content forward. You know, you need to invest in stuff like Opus Clips, OPUS Clips. It's something that can take a YouTube video or video and it can chop it up into 10, 15 small clips. That's an investment. You got to invest in that. You may need to invest in a website. You may need to invest in a blog. You may need to invest in a podcast. You may need to, run some ads on Facebook or Instagram. These are things you have to reinvest in yourself, like MrBeast did. So those are three things that we can learn from his case study. Is he had relentless iteration. He was willing to not wait to be perfect, but stumble along the way and recreate himself and try different angles and try different ways until it fit, till it worked. You have to do the same. He was audience first thinking, where he put himself into the shoes of the audience and looked at his own content and judged his own content and corrected his own content based on what he believed would be best interest of the audience. You have to do the same thing. He had the reinvestment mindset. So he took money to make money, to grow more money, to grow more leverage, to grow more authority and influence, and grow his brand. And look at him now. So the final lesson that we learned in this case study of MrBeast is you don't have to start with a huge budget or millions of subscribers. You just need the courage to experiment, pay attention to what your audience responds to, and build from there. Growth is about iteration, not instant perfection. I'm going to say that one more time. That one hit home. Growth is about iteration, not instant perfection. So, this is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist. I hope that you enjoyed another case study. I hope that you were able to see yourself in some of the story and some of the examples, and that you can take nuggets from this case study and use it in your own content creation journey, your own journey on the digital landscape, your own journey to dominate digitally. And you would take the best of what you learn and put it into use immediately and become a star, because you are a star. You have something amazing. You have the ability to not be the next MrBeast, but be the best you. Because you can never be MrBeast, but you can be you. I can never be you, but you can be you. I can be me, I can't be you. So focus on being the best version of yourself. Show up and be you. And if you can learn from a MrBeast, or we did KB Lane last week, or other content creators that I'm going to feature, if you can take a little bit from there and a little bit from there, that's fine. But always do it while being you and still bringing your own unique voice, your unique character, and your unique perspective. But hey, I learned this from MrBeast, so I'm going to try this. Hey, I learned that from KB Lane, so I'm going to try this. Hey, I learned this from that content creator here, so I'm going to try that. That's cool. Or even if you learn something from me, that's cool. Do it and make it happen. So this is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist. See you next Tuesday for another episode of the Case Study Tuesday. Also, check me out other days during the week. I'm going to produce. It's my goal to produce content 5 days a week, 5 different subjects, 5 different areas. So every day, just check in with me and see what I'm talking about and what I'm putting out there. And you may find something very interesting, something that will be helpful in your content journey. In any case, check me out at Digital Marketing with Mustafa. That's digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com That is my one-stop shop website, which will connect you to my podcast. It will connect you to my blog. It will connect you to videos like this. I also have a digital download, Building Your Brand and Information Empire with Content. It's a downloadable digital book. You can download that and start learning immediately. Some other things to flesh out your content journey. Check out my AI cheat sheet. It's got some prompts on there that you can start using to get some great benefit and productivity out of Chat GPT. Just got a lot of content on the website. Got hundreds of hours of video and podcast information just breaking down the digital game. You know, like this video, this podcast right here, that I know you're going to find some fire in and some inspiration and some things to push you forward. So digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com. I also consult. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, you got some specific concerns, or you want to try to put something together where we can put you out there and help you understand some things and see yourself in a larger light, I do consult one-on-one. There is a fee for that, but you can go to digitalmarketingwithmustafa.com and set up a consultation with me, and I would be more than happy to sit down and talk to you, listen to you, and we can put together a blueprint to start you on the journey, or continue on the journey, or elevate you on the journey, whichever way we need to make you the best version of yourself and make you one of these great stars out here on this digital landscape. So this is Mustafa, your digital marketing specialist. I am signing off, and I will see you next go round. Peace.